What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic Friday. We are here, not for Fan Friday just yet, but I will be back live later, taking all your questions, comments, answering the mailbag questions. So all you channel members, get your questions, topics into that channel members only post. Looking forward to tonight's show, but here right now, we've got the Week 8 information you're looking for, the game status report. So you will know who's questionable, who is out for both teams. We'll take a look at their depth charts with these injuries included, and of course their practice squad to talk about who could be elevated tomorrow, which will also have a show with the updated practice squad elevations, injuries, any kind of updates to anybody being out. So we'll talk about all of it. But first and foremost, if you watch the show, you know I try to give you stuff before it happens. So we talked about this. Anaya Smith has a couple of days to come off of that IR. Now, Alberto could be the one to fill up this roster spot, and then on Monday they could release somebody and then have Anaya Smith. But most likely I'm seeing Anaya Smith coming off of IR. And the way they did that with, me talking about it the other day, my idea was place Byron Young on IR. I felt like that's what they were up to. Howie. So he had that hamstring injury just pop up before last week's game. And I said, well, sure as shit, one of these guys is coming off IR, Smith or Aguiweminam, Gilarnio, whatever. So Alberto, obviously, and Anaya Smith both need a roster spot there. So you got to let somebody go, right? Well, if you don't want to let him go, you'd always just sneak him on IR. And, well, that is exactly what the Eagles did. So opens up a roster spot for one of those guys. So let's jump right into this. Talk about the Eagles. Then we'll talk about their opponent, the Bengals, what they've got going on. But love to hear from you. Any questions, comments that you have. Appreciate you hitting that like button, sharing, subscribing. All those things truly mean the world. But let's take a look at the Eagles now. And no surprises when it comes to Becton, Goddard. We knew they were most likely going to be out. Did not practice all week. Byron Young obviously out now on IR. But everyone else was a full participant, so Eli Ricks got bumped up to full, got Alberto, Anaya Smith, and Zach Bond. All these guys. Now, Alberto, Anaya Smith, you see the asterisks there because, well, they're still technically on IR, but they are designated to return. So we will see probably by tomorrow one of these guys on the roster. And here is the full list of the IR. These guys you will not see on the upcoming depth chart, but Bradbury, Clark, Covey, Mailata, Alberto, John Ross, Smith, and now Byron Young. So those guys will not be on this depth chart, but we talked about it. You could add Anaya Smith where Paris Campbell was. That gives you your fifth wide receiver, and he could help us in the return game as well, which would be nice. But Dallas Goedert is out again. Calcaterra, Stoll got to step it up. We'll take a look at some of these practice squad guys, see who we could elevate. Becton out. Tyler Steen next. Man up. Jack Driscoll was signed to the active roster to have some extra added depth. Maybe they want to elevate Toth or do something, but we'll take a look at this practice squad in a second. Those are the guys out. Now, you will not see Byron Young out because, well, he's on that IR list. So now we're down to 5. We only use 5 interior D linemen anyway, and I love all 5 of them. So pumped up there. Everybody else healthy, good to go. Zach Bond, let's effing ride. Now on the special teams, look, Anaya Smith, I want to come back because if you're not going to use Isaiah Rodgers as a punt returner, I love that they're using him as a kick returner. Look, you remember when I wanted the Eagles to draft Cooper DeJean, when I talked about his versatility on defense, but also the versatility to be able to play special teams. I love it. But if he's starting, I don't want him returning. And, well, they gave him both at the same time. So, Covey's on IR. You hope to get him back. You don't have to use him. But, hey, why not use someone like Dotson, Rodgers? But if you're not going to do that, maybe Anaya Smith coming off of IR, they can get him back there. That'd be great. Now, practice squad, and let me just say, Anaya Smith, I'm excited about him. There was another one of my pre-draft fits for the Eagles, and because of his versatility, and he can help you in the passing game, run game, special teams. So excited about the kid. Let's get him back. But the practice squad here, maybe you want to elevate one of these tight ends, a wide receiver, offensive lineman. We've got a couple of choices here. I think Uzoma could definitely be a choice. Jenkins, that would be his final practice squad elevation. So we'll see if they feel that's necessary or just bring up Uzoma or just use Ben Van Sumeren as a fullback in some of these packages where you want to run the ball more. Talk about that 12 personnel. You saw a lot of that last week without Goddard. So Probably see a lot of that. Maybe have a backup there. Not sure. There's the defensive side of the ball. Don't think you need to elevate anyone, but hey, maybe they feel someone can help us with a certain game plan. Not against that at all. So that's what's going on with the Eagles. But again, nothing surprising there. We knew Becton and Goddard were probably going to be out. So the rest of it, good news. That's the way we're going to look at it. But the Bengals, they've got some good news, but they got some concerning news as well. So let's jump right into this and talk about what the Bengals have going on. Geno Stone thought could be out for the season, was carted off. This dude practiced in full today and has no game status designation. So he's not even questionable. The dude will be playing in this game. That's pretty badass. So good for them. Glad they have all those guys full. All the dudes throughout practice. We talked about Orlando Brown Jr., their left tackle. He is good to go. So great news for them. Now, the concerning news is, well, T. Higgins popped up on the injury report. So his quad got him a limited designation today at practice and now a Q tag for the game. So that's a big one. Now let's take a look at their IR, and these guys will not be on this depth chart. So you can see Brown, Evans, Hill, Kirkland, Robinson, Sample, and Smith. None of these guys will be on this depth chart, but here's their offense. And with T. Higgins questionable there, you're going to need the rookie Jermaine Burton to step it up. Maybe Irwin or Charlie Jones, but yeah, you don't want to be missing one of your best guys. And we talk about Chase and Higgins, one of the better duos in the game. So that would be a huge loss for them, but I'm looking forward to it. We talked about the top matchups. Go check that show out. But Chase and Higgins versus Mitchell, Slay, DeJean, this is going to be fun to watch. So ISI is obviously their slot guy. I think, obviously we get more targets if he's out, but we'll find out what they do if he is out. Now, everyone else, we talked about Brown being good to go. So everyone else is fine there, but that is definitely concerning, and I'll let you know tomorrow if there's any updates. But defense, good to go. Hendrickson's there, got Geno Stone, so nothing to worry about there on the defensive side of the ball. And if you want a more detailed breakdown of this team and want to look at this depth chart and all that stuff, go check out Behind Enemy Lines, or you can go check out the top matchups for this game and get to know everything you need to know. You see their special teams, everyone healthy there. And then here is their practice squad. Maybe they need to elevate Cole Burgess or Kendrick Pryor if Higgins is out and they don't feel comfortable with the other receivers. Maybe they grab another tackle just to be safe. There are some options for them here. But, yeah, there is that practice squad. And as always, I will have that practice squad elevation video out tomorrow. You'll know who's been elevated. You'll see the updated depth chart, all that great stuff. Any updates on some of those injuries we just talked about, I will keep you up to date with. And I mentioned Behind Enemy Lines, but also top 13 matchups was put out last night. Changing the day on this. I don't want to do this on Saturdays anymore. I want this to be out so you guys have this information, not just the day before the game, but give you a few days to let this stuff marinate a little. But go check that bad boy out. Let me know how you feel about that one. But comment down below on this one and let me know how you are feeling. If you have any questions, comments, love to hear from you. Hope you guys all had a great week. It's Friday, baby. Eagles game is almost here. I'm ready to run through some effing walls, baby. Hope you're feeling the same way. If you guys need anything, you can always reach out. Always here for you guys. And look, I'm going to get a shower. And obviously just got back from work. Get some things together in my life. And then I'll see you guys later tonight live for Fan Friday. But until then, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there. And as always,